Top Real Madrid target makes a quick visit to Madrid ahead of potential move. Despite signing 3 players in the ongoing summer transfer window, Real Madrid remain determined to strengthen their ranks by bringing at least one more player. The club are particularly keen on shoring up the left-back position, with Alvaro Carreras emerging as the likeliest option. The SL Benfica star has been linked with a move to Real Madrid all summer, with the club hopeful of completing the deal soon. Carreras makes a brief visit to Madrid. In the midst of speculation linking him with a move to Real Madrid, Carreras has recently made a brief stop to Madrid, reports Diario AS. The 22-year-old fullback arrived in the capital this Sunday morning along with his parents and spent a few hours in the sea. Alvaro Carreras is expected to soon become a Real Madrid player. All of this happened while Real Madrid and Benfica continued to finalize the details of his transfer. The family departed on a private flight at 7 p.m. the same evening. The report adds that Carreras will become a Real Madrid player soon. Although Los Blancos had attempted to sign the player before the FIFA Club World Cup, the move couldn't materialize. The deal is expected to cost Real Madrid close to €50 million, the amount of his release clause. Benfica have remained firm on that figure throughout negotiations. Carreras, who spent 3 years in Real Madrid's academy before joining Manchester United in 2020, played his final game for Benfica on June 20. His absence in the knockout round of the Club World Cup was interpreted as a precaution to avoid injury and ensure the transfer would go through. Official, Real Madrid's secure signing of 16-year-old Malaga star. Real Madrid have added another promising young talent to their academy with the signing of 16-year-old Beltran Capote, claims a report from Mundo Deportivo. The youngster, one of the brightest prospects from Malaga's youth system, will join Real Madrid's U19C team this season. Official, Real Madrid to present their new summer signing this week. Roma or Real Madrid are about to complete the signing of Alvaro Carreras from Benfica, according to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano. The 22-year-old left-back left Portugal and landed in Spain, with an official announcement expected in the next 24 hours if everything goes as planned. As reported before, Carreras spent a few hours in Madrid recently with his parents in the morning. Later that day, they took a private flight. The details of this quick trip were not officially revealed, but all signs point to it being linked to his transfer to Real Madrid. A healthy headache for Alonso. Real Madrid have been working on Carreras' signing for weeks. The deal gained momentum after Xabi Alonso's team were knocked out of the Club World Cup by PSG. Alvaro Carreras will become Real Madrid's new signing. Before the tournament, Madrid had already tried to sign Carreras, but Benfica refused to let him leave early as they also participated in the competition. Now, with the tournament over, both clubs have managed to close in on a final agreement. Carreras' arrival will give Real Madrid extra depth at left back, but it also creates a bit of a selection puzzle for Xabi Alonso. The squad will soon have 3 players for the same position, namely, Ferland Mendy, Fran Garcia, and Carreras himself. Garcia was the first choice left back during the Club World Cup and played well in most matches, although the whole team struggled against PSG in the semi-final. Mendy, meanwhile, is still out with a serious muscle injury picked up in the Copa del Rey final against Barcelona. Given his ongoing fitness issues, Mendy is now the most likely to leave Real Madrid this summer. However, at this moment, no formal offers have arrived for him. Antonio Rudiger may have faced some criticism after his performance in the Club World Cup semi-final against PSG, but his place at Real Madrid remains certain. According to Mundo Deportivo, the German defender has already secured a 1-year contract extension with Los Blancos. Real Madrid defensive stalwart has already secured fresh 1-year contract extension. Antonio Rudiger may have faced some criticism after his performance in the Club World Cup semi-final against PSG, but his place at Real Madrid remains certain. According to Mundo Deportivo, the German defender has already secured a 1-year contract extension with Los Blancos. Contract talks between Real Madrid and superstar forward hit financial roadblock. Real Madrid are still working on Vinicius Jr.'s contract renewal, but according to journalist Josep Pedrell on El Chiringuito TV, the deal is not yet final. The issue is not about commitment, as Vinicius wants to stay at Real Madrid, but rather about finances. The club has made it clear that no player, not even Vinicius, will earn more than Kylian Mbappe. Vinicius is currently tied to Real Madrid until 2027 and earlier reports suggested there was a verbal agreement to extend his deal until 2030. However, that is not the case. However, his agent, Federico Peña, usually prefers short to medium-term contracts to give his players more control over their careers. That is why this renewal has taken longer than expected. Real Madrid taking sensible approach. It is said that when Vinicius renewed his contract back in 2022, he signed a deal worth €75 million over 5 years. This meant an average salary of €15 million per season, net. Real Madrid have no agreement with Vinicius Jr. Photo by Alex Grimm, Getty Images. According to recent terms, reports have it that the new contract under discussion would raise his yearly pay to around €20 million. However, Real Madrid's policy is clear that no one will surpass Mbappé's wages. The French star currently earns €15 million net per year, as confirmed by the club when he joined. The delay in Vinicius' renewal has led to fresh speculation, especially after Madrid's heavy loss to PSG in the club war. LD Cup semi-final. Some voices have started questioning whether Vinicius can consistently perform at the same level as Mbappé, but the club still trusts in his talent and growth. Once Vinicius returns to full focus with the team, it will be interesting to see how Real Madrid handle the situation. The club wants to keep him long-term, but they are also staying firm on their financial structure. Official, Real Madrid's secure signing of 16-year-old Malaga star Real Madrid have added another promising young talent to their academy with the signing of 16-year-old Beltran Capote, claims a report fro. M. Mundo Deportivo. The youngster, one of the brightest prospects from Malaga's youth system, will join Real Madrid's U19C team this season. Capote is known for his versatility. He can play both as a midfielder and as a striker, making him a valuable addition to Los Blancos' youth ranks. Last season, he impressed with Malaga's U19A team, scoring 13 goals in 29 matches. He also gained experience playing in the National League with the club's U19 squad, showing his ability to perform at a competitive level despite his young age. Madrid continue their youth project. Beltran Capote started his football journey at CD Rincon before moving to Malaga's academy, where he continued to develop into one of Andalusia's top young talents. His performances caught the attention of Real Madrid scouts, leading to his signing this summer. The teenager officially signed his contract at Real Madrid's Valdebebas training facilities, where he was joined by his family. After putting pen to paper, Capote toured the club's facilities and visited what will now be his new home. This move is part of Real Madrid's continued focus on strengthening their youth system. The club has already brought in several young players this summer, while some others have left to pursue first-team opportunities elsewhere. Castilla players have attracted offers from both Spain and abroad, with names like Jacobo Ramon linked to a potential move to Como in Italy. For Real Madrid, developing young talent remains a key part of the club's long-term strategy. Capote's signing shows the club's commitment to building for the future, ensuring that the next generation of stars is ready to shine at the highest level. Liverpool, willing to offer Ibrahima Konate plus £30.4 million. In sensational Real Madrid swap deal, Liverpool are supposedly prepared to offer Ibrahima Konate to Real Madrid in a sensational swap deal that would see Rodrigo move in the opposite direction. France international defender Konate is now in the last 12 months of his contract with the Premier League champions, who have been struggling to agree an extension with his camp for some time. As a result, there is a growing feeling that Konate will run down the final year of his deal before leaving on a free transfer and following the Trent Alexander-Arnold path to the Spanish capital. Konate has allegedly already informed Los Blancos of his desire to join the club on a free transfer next summer, although Liverpool could alternatively look to sell him now in a bid to recoup some cash. Real's interest in Konate comes at a time where Rodrigo's future is being called into question, and according to Defensa Central, Liverpool could try to use the Konate situation to their advantage. The report claims that the English champions are willing to offer Konate plus a sum of €35 million, £30.4 million, for Rodrigo, whom Real are thought to be open to offloading for the right price in the summer window. Arsenal were originally thought to have been leading the charge for the Brazil international, but the Gunners are instead prioritizing deals for Noni Madueke and Ebereki Ez, as well as Victor Gyökeres. Rodrigo's future therefore remains the topic of increasing uncertainty, although Liverpool are said to be keeping a close eye on his situation as they prepare for the potential departure of Luis Diaz. The Colombian is thought to be one of Barcelona's chief alternatives to Nico Williams, alongside Manchester United's Marcus Rashford, and as is the case with Konate, no progress has been made in talks over an extension beyond 2027. Rodrigo played just 92 minutes at the recent Club World Cup for Real Madrid, and he failed to make it off the bench in their 4-0 semi-final defeat to eventual runners-up Paris Saint-Germain. At face value, Konate getting his dream move to Real Madrid and Rodrigo making his desired switch to the Premier League is a win for both parties, but such a blockbuster move will inevitably not be so simple. The report adds that the £30.4 million sum would not be enough for Real Madrid, and if Liverpool do make a formal part exchange offer, Los Blancos are ready to request a higher cash fee alongside Konate. Real Madrid are supposedly prepared to take a hardball stance on negotiations following the Alexander-Arnold dealing, where Liverpool refused to release him for the Club World Cup without a nominal fee. Los Blancos ended up paying around £8.4 million to sign the right back in time for the tournament, and they now intend to emulate Liverpool's iron grip with this particular transaction. AZ Alkmaar starlet reacts to Real Madrid links. Nothing concrete, just interest. Search. Madrid Universal. Madrid Universal. Real Madrid news. AZ Alkmaar starlet reacts to Real Madrid links. Nothing concrete, just interest. Published 3 minutes ago on July 14, 2025 by Swapnil. Photo by Daniel Gio, Getty Images. Retweet. AZ Alkmaar's 19-year-old midfielder Kees Smit has finally broken his silence about the rumors linking him with a move to Real Madrid. The Dutch youngster has attracted attention from top European clubs after an outstanding performance at the European Under-19 Championship, where he was voted the tournament's best player just a month ago. Real Madrid continue their mission of scouting the best young talent across the world, and Smit is one of the names on their list. However, in a recent interview with HN News Mundo Deportivo, the midfielder shared his honest thoughts about the situation. Smit flattered but focused on AZ. Smit admitted that the interest from Real Madrid and Barcelona is exciting but says his focus remains on improving at AZ for the time being. First, I want to prove here that I can do well and be important. The interest from Barcelona and Real Madrid is positive, but if I go there, I don't know how many times I will play. I enjoyed watching it and reading about it, Smit explained. Despite his humble approach, the door is not completely closed. Smit knows that these opportunities don't come often. These are very good things, without a doubt. Perhaps the two biggest clubs in the world are interested in me. Nothing is concrete yet. There's just interest, he added. Real Madrid first showed interest in Smit in late June, and while no official offer has been made, the situation is expected to develop further. However, Los Blancos will face strong competition. Premier League sides Chelsea and Tottenham are closely monitoring the midfielder, while Bayern Munich, Ajax, RB Leipzig, and Olympique Marseille have also joined the race. For now, Smit remains focused on his current club, but Real Madrid will be keeping a close eye as they continue to build for the future. Xabi Alonso sees 25-year-old versatile Real Madrid star as untouchable in his system. Arrival of a new manager often signals the beginning of a new philosophy and the implementation of ideas that are novel to the club. Needless to say, it also brings with it changes in the hierarchy of players and the positions prioritized. Luka Modric lands in Italy to sign with AC Milan after 13 seasons at Real Madrid. At age 39, Luka Modric is going to try and help restore seven-time European champion AC Milan to glory. Why after one of the most disappointing Rossoneri seasons in recent memory? The 2018 Ballon d'Or winner landed in Italy on Monday for a medical with Milan after saying goodbye to Real Madrid following 13 highly successful seasons in Spain. He was expected to assign a one-year contract later, with an option for a second season. Modric announced in May that he was leaving Madrid after helping the Spanish powerhouse to 28 titles, 6 European Cups, 6 Club World Cups, 5 European Super Cups, 4 Spanish Leagues, 2 Copas del Rey and 5 Spanish Super Cups. Milan finished 8th in Serie A last season and missed out on a spot in Europe. The Italian club rehired Massimiliano Allegri as coach after the season, replacing the fired Sergio Conceição. Allegri won the Italian league for the first time with Milan in 2011, then guided Juventus to 5 straight titles from 2015 to 2019. Allegri reportedly called former Madrid and Milan coach Carlo Ancelotti to ask about Modric's form. Then new Milan sporting director Igor Ter traveled to Croatia's training camp last month to seal the deal with Modric. The deal was made before the Club World Cup, but Modric couldn't join his new club until he finished playing for Madrid at the tournament in the United States. Madrid was beaten 4-0 by Paris Saint-Germain in the semi-finals in Modric's final match with the club. Real Madrid's Luka Modric looks on during the Club World Cup semi-final soccer match between PSG and Real Madrid in East Rutherford. Real Madrid's Luka Modric walks off the pitch after the Club World Cup round of 16 soccer match between Real Madrid and Juventus in Miami Gardens. Real Madrid's Luka Modric looks on during the Club World Cup round of 16 soccer match between Real Madrid and Juventus in Miami Gardens.